Okay, we're going to start section 2.1 now, which is equations of lines. And so here's a worksheet for that. A definition, the slope-intercept form of an equation of a line is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. The point-slope form of an equation of a line with slope m and passing through x1, y1 is y minus y1 equals the slope m times the quantity x minus x1. So as an example, find an equation for a line that's containing the point 0, 16 with a slope of negative 7/9. Rate your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, so here we know the slope. We also know the y-intercept, 16. So I can go right to the answer. Y equals negative 7/9 x plus 16. Number 2, find the slope and the y-intercept for 2x minus 6y minus 13 equals 0. Okay, so in this particular problem, let's add 6y to both sides. 6y is equal to 2x minus 16 and divide by 6. So y is equal to 2/6x minus 13/6. M is equal to 1/3 and b is equal to negative 13/6. Okay. And the idea with this one is to get the equation into slope-intercept form. That way we can identify the slope and the y-intercept. Find an equation for a line containing the point 1/2 negative 1 and having a slope of 5. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, so if I start with the point-slope form of an equation of a line, y minus y1 is negative 1, equals the slope 5 times x minus x1. x1 is 1/2. So that would be equal to y plus 1 equals 5x minus 5/2. Subtract 1 from both sides. Y is equal to 5x minus 7/2 is the answer. And by the way, when you're given the answer, make sure that your equation is written in slope-intercept form. Okay, write your answer in slope-intercept form. Write the slope-intercept form. Write the slope-intercept equation. That's how I'm going to want it here on this worksheet. Write the slope-intercept equation for a line that's containing the point negative 2, 7 and 4, negative 8. Well, so the first thing that we're going to have to know is the slope of this line. Change in y over change in x. X1 is negative 2, x2 is 4, y1 is 7, and y2 is negative 8. So y2 minus y1, negative 8 minus 7, divided by difference in the x values, x2 minus x1, 4 plus 2, equals negative 5/2. So then I can use the point-slope equation, use either point. Both of them are on the line. I'm just using the first one here. Negative 2, 7. So y minus 7 is equal to negative 5/2 times x plus 2. When I distribute negative 5/2 into the two terms there, negative 5/2 times 2 is negative 5. And then when I add 7 to both sides, y is equal to negative 5/2 x plus 2, which is the slope-intercept equation. Write the slope-intercept equation for a line. That's if the x-intercept is negative 6 and the y-intercept is negative 8. So knowing that the x-intercept is negative 6 means that we know that the point negative 6, 0 is on the graph. And knowing that the y-intercept is negative 8 means that we also know that the point 0, negative 8 is on the graph. Okay, the slope, change in y over change in x, Negative 8 minus 0 divided by 0 minus negative 6 gives me negative 4/3. So then, actually I can go right to the answer if I want. The y-intercept is negative 8. So y is equal to negative 4/3 x minus 8 would be the answer. Okay. Two non-vertical lines are parallel if their slopes are equal and they have different y-intercepts. Two non-vertical lines are perpendicular if their slopes are negative 1. That is, perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals of one another. So problem 6, determine if the two given lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Part A, okay, 7x minus 9 and 1/7 x plus 3. Those are neither. 7x and 1/7 x, those are not reciprocals, negative reciprocals, and they're not, they obviously don't have the same slope either. So neither. Part B, y is equal to 5/3 x minus 2 and y is equal to 5/3 x minus 7. Those are parallel lines. The lines both have slope 5/3. Part C, y is equal to negative 2x and y is equal to 1/2 x minus 8/5. Those are going to be perpendicular because of the slope being negative reciprocals of each other. Negative 2 and 1/2 are negative reciprocals of each other. Part D, I'm using function notation. F of x and y mean the same thing. So I got y equals 4, or y equals 4x minus 11. Y equals 4 has a slope of 0, and the other has a slope of 4. And that's neither. Okay, so part E, y is equal to 4/7 x plus 2, and y equals negative 4/7 x minus 3. Those are perpendicular lines because the lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals of each other. And part F, y is equal to 3x minus 5 and y equals negative 3x plus 1. Those are neither, since the slopes are negative numbers of each other, not negative reciprocals of each other. Problem 7, find an equation for a line containing the point 2, negative 3 and is parallel to the line 2x plus y equals 6. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, so here we have a line and a point that is on the line and parallel to the line that we're given. So what I need to do first is I need to find the slope of this line that I'm given. If I subtract 2x, y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. So the slope is negative 2. I want to use that same slope and along with the point. So y plus 3 is equal to the slope, negative 2 times x minus 2. Y plus 3 is equal to negative 2x plus 4. And y is equal to 2x, negative 2x plus 1 would be the answer. Okay, problem 8, find an equation for a line that's containing the point 1, negative 2, and is perpendicular to the line x plus 3y equals 6. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. So if I find the slope first, 3y equals negative x plus 6, and then divide by 3. Y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 2. Okay, so this line has a slope of negative 1/3, which means that any line that's going to be perpendicular to it must have a slope of 3, since 3 is the negative reciprocal of negative 1/3. Y plus 2 is equal to 3 times x minus 1 is the form that I'm going to want. So y plus 2 is equal to 3x minus 3. Y equals 3x minus 5 then is the answer. Okay, now notice how these two problems, 7 and 8, are very similar to each other. It's just getting the right slope. Okay, so make sure that happens. Problem 9. Find an equation for a line that is passing through negative 3/2, 1, and is perpendicular to the line containing negative 3, negative 5, and negative 4, 0. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, so the first thing that I need to know is the slope of this line that is given here. And so a change in y over change in x, 0 plus 5 divided by negative 4 plus 3 means that the slope of this line is negative 5. Okay, now the next thing that I could do is, since I've got to find a line that's perpendicular to negative 3, negative 3/2, 1, and passing through that, means that the slope of this line must be 1/5. Okay, and I could find the equation of this line. They're not asking me to do that. But the line is going to have a slope of 1/5, since 1/5 is the negative reciprocal of negative 5. And I can use this point here. Y minus 1 is equal to 1/5 times x plus 3/2. Y minus 1 is equal to 1/5 x plus 3/10. And if I add 1 to both sides, y is equal to 1/5 x plus 13/10 would be the answer. Okay. Problem 10. Luis contracted with a landscaper to install a brick patio in his backyard. The landscaper charged $10,000. Luis paid the landscaper a deposit the first month and agreed to make a fixed monthly payment until the balance was paid in full. After 3 months, Luis still owed $6,800. After 7 months, Luis still owed $5,200. So they're telling me 2 points that are on this line, 3, 6,800, and 7, 5,200. Okay. Part A, find the slope-intercept equation, y equal mx plus b, for Luis's balance y after x months, and then we'll give an interpretation of the slope. So I've got these 2 points that are on this line, and the slope of this line is 52,000 minus 5,200 minus 6,800 over 7 minus 3, or 1,600 divided by 4 is negative 400. Okay, and then I can use either one of these points are on the line. It doesn't matter which one, they're both on the line. So I can use, I just use the first one. Y minus 6,800 equals negative 400 times x minus 3. Y minus 6,800 equals negative 400x plus 1,200 when I distribute. If I add 6,800 to both sides, 1,200 plus 6,800 is 8,000. So y is equal to negative 400x plus 8,000. Okay, now m equals negative 400 means that there's a $400 monthly payment. This person is paying $400 each month, and nobody's giving him money. Okay, he's losing money. Okay, so that's why that's a negative slope there. How much does Luis still owe after 1 year? 1 year, there's 12 months. So x is the y is equal to negative 400 times 12 plus 800 gives me 3,200. Okay, part C, find the x and y intercepts. So to find the x-intercepts, I need to let y be 0. To find the y-intercepts, I let x be 0. When I let y be 0 and solve for x, add 400x and divide by 400, x is 20. And when x is 0, I get y equals 8,000. So the intercepts are at negative 20, at 20, 0, and at 0, 8,000. Okay, part D. How much was the deposit that Luis paid? Well, they didn't tell us that, but they said that the landscaper charged $10,000. Luis paid the landscaper deposit. Okay, so at time 0, he owes $8,000. Well, hold up. I thought he owes $10,000. No. That means that he put $2,000 down. Okay, so at time 0, he's going to owe $8,000. How many months will it take to pay off the entire balance? 20 months to get to $0. Okay, so that's really kind of an interpretation of the x and y intercepts that we found there in part C. The homework is on page 93. Be sure to look at those problems when you get a chance. And that's it for section 2.1.